Yeah, I need to be honest, this is just to me the funnest and coolest thing ever. We have cinema vans, we have off-road vehicles, we go on movie sets, we get to blow people away with, frankly, they typically have low expectations when they come into a van this beautiful. No one's expecting it, so I'm really lucky. I have a really great job in being able to design these vans in partnership with ADF and bring them on some of the world's biggest film sets, and to be able to bring celebrities in here and be able to review their performance on camera. It's a real joy, and just it's been a really exciting year. Hi, I'm Ryan Prouty with Color Space Vans. Let's go check them out. So we have two vans. We have our first van we made. It's a 2018 Mercedes Sprinter, 4x4, dual sliding doors. Call this Color Space 1. We launched it in 2019. Here's our pride and joy of our fleet, Color Space 2. It's 2021, also 170 extended Sprinter. What makes Color Space Vans is that we have these two partitions, and that we have kind of a control room in the back of our vans that's separate from the viewing area that's in the middle of the van. So it allows our technicians to do work without interrupting any of the work going on in the viewing room, allows them to maintain privacy for our clients. But when the time comes to collaborate, we're very available. Color Space 2 is our definitely more premium option. This is a popular van for film directors. A lot of times we're just working with the directors on set, making their shooting as productive and as efficient as possible. A lot of times we get brought in to do edits, color corrections, sound mixes, or just maybe play back some footage for a director and actor to review together in privacy. We're in the viewing area, the director's area of Color Space 2. This is designed from the ground up to be built for living on a cinema set. So right here we have our director's chair, and many features and television shows have been directed from this chair. We have all the tools a director would need. Communications built right in to communicate with the crew. Volume control. Another one of my favorite features of Color Space 2 are these lagoon desks. We have some really nice black American walnut. We're designing this to be ultra productive and efficient for them, but also a private area where they can have alone time, have private conversations, and really just relax and enjoy some of their downtime on set. So we're now in the director's area of Color Space 1. This is our first van that we launched in 2019. Geez, for 5 years old, to be honest, I still think it's beautiful. It still holds up. Many of films and shows have been directed out of here. I got the van idea back in 2017 and did a lot of my research back in 2018. I know I wanted to have the best vans on the planet with no corners cut. You know, when we designed these, we ordered directly from the Mercedes factory with dual sliding doors, four-wheel drive. We didn't want to cut any corners or miss out on any potential luxuries. Of course, we wanted the same build quality with our upfitting processes as well as the manufacturing of the vans itself. So ADF for us was a clear winner. They had the best track record, the best craftsmanship, and I loved how it wasn't a question of could you do this, it's just how do you want us to do this. There was no idea I had that they couldn't come up with a solution for, and come up with a design pretty quickly with, hey, this is how we best think we can meet your goals. The actual process of making films really hasn't been updated in decades. We're still kind of trucking in all of our raw materials for set and building everything on the day of. So really what Color Space and what ADF's allowed us to do is offer pre-built solutions for production companies. So rather than bringing in a tent and monitors and trying to build something on a film set the day that we're shooting, instead we can roll right in with a 4x4 Sprinter, plug it into the camera, we're ready to go in 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm definitely, I imagine, not ADF's typical customer in the sense that I personally designed my vans in a 3D program and I turned those into blueprints for ADF. We have a lot of very highly detailed things. For example, it's small, but just these little pockets, for example. I knew that in our first van, we'd have 5 or 6 people sitting in it at a time, so I wanted to really make sure that everybody kind of had like a seat back pocket, like when you go on an airplane. and that we have charging in it. So we actually have an outlet with 120 and USB in there, as well as a little USB light. And that's just like a little detail, yeah, that doesn't make us money per se, but just people come in here and they go, wow, I really appreciate the intentionality of this design, and you've really taken my needs into consideration. Really, if I had to summarize what our vans are in a word, it'd be versatility. We've done a wide range of productions. So we've done H&M fashion shoots where we've used the van as a client viewing area as well as for color correction at the end of the day. We've done Nissan jobs where we're shooting and editing in the field and uploading while driving home with our Starlink, mounted to the top of our van. So really, we like to offer a pre-built solution for our customers that can be completely modified and adapted to whatever their specific needs is, whether that be using the van as more of a control room with their higher end technical crew, or maybe it's just an area where their client or advertising agency executives like to relax while they get to monitor what's being shot that day. Before I had the idea to do a full-blown cinema van that was built from the ground up for use on film set, a lot of it was I was just a van owner who just needed basic storage and electricity and whatnot. So it was actually word of mouth that a lot of my technician friends and colleagues were recommending ADF as like, no, this company does really good work. They have very competitive pricing, but more importantly, they can machine or manufacture anything that you can come up with. But it was really once seeing their more advanced builds, that's when I was personally sold on them, what they had already accomplished. Even X-ray machines, FBI, yeah, they weren't cinema vehicles, but they were done with heavy amounts of detail, and I knew I was going to be doing a complex build. So it was very clear that ADF was going to be a great partner for this solution.